Hi amigos, how are you? I hope you're doing fine. I hope all is well at your end. So today I'm going to tell you a story where once again we have a holy monk who's kind of the hero of the story. So there's this beautiful village, and if you see from outside, if you look at it from the mountain top into the valley, you need to walk down and you can see this beautiful village. Looks very serene and has a lot of greenery around it, and there are beautiful animals roaming around here and there. So it looks like a really wonderful village. And at the outskirts of the village, or rather at the entrance of that particular village, there is seated a monk under a beautiful banyan tree. And there are a lot of people who visit him and who seek his blessings and his advice, and he's free to give them all the advice that they require, and they all respect this person. That's obvious from the way they are interacting with this person. So one afternoon, as a monk was leisurely seated over there and meditating at his own pace, there comes a man on a horseback, and he keeps he has a very anxious face, and he looks at the monk and he says, "Monk, what kind of village is this? You see, I've recently moved from the neighboring village to this village because I feel that the prospects are better over here. And in that village, the kind of people was a little different," he said. So the monk looked at him and he asked him, "What do you expect? Or rather, what was the kind of people that you had in the previous village that you lived in?" And that person said, "They were all very noisy, and they were not at all friendly neighbors. They were never helping each other, and they were always gossiping about each other, and rather they were trying to be jealous about people's growth rather than enabling or helping people to grow and all that. And I think they're more of fighters than helpers over there in that village." So the sage or the monk nodded, agreed with everything that he said, and then he smiled at him and he said, "You will find the same kind of persons in this village." So this man on the horseback felt, "Oh, what is this? The same kind of people everywhere. But anyways, we have decided that we are moving to this new village. Let us go ahead and live a new life over here." So he continues on his journey, goes on his horseback into the village. After 1 week, there comes another person on the horseback, and he is also moving from another village to this particular village. So the moment he sees this monk seated over there, we definitely want to have some kind of interaction with people who are dressed like monks, expecting that they will bless us or give us some hints which will improve our life. So this man immediately gets down from his horse and he looks at the monk, smiles at him and introduces himself rather, and then he asks the monk, "I'm moving newly into this village. So can you tell me what kind of people I can expect in this village?" And the monk looked at him and asked the very same question. "What kind of people did you have in the previous village that you lived?" "Oh, they were all very loving. They were very friendly, and they were helping us in everything that we needed. I really miss that village, but I heard the prospects are better in this village. That's the only reason why I want to move. And they were crying when I left the place. We had a farewell party, and they showered their love on me on the day that I wanted to move from that village to this village." And the sage or the monk looked at him, and he smiled. And he said, "You will find the same kind of people in this village." And this man had a broad grin as he continued on his horse into the village. Do you think the monk was lying? No, definitely not. Therein lies the crux of the matter. Our situations do not change. It reflects what we are. So if you are the kind of person who sees only a particular kind of behavior where people are fighting, gossiping, you will focus only on that whichever place on earth you go to. Even if you go to heaven, you're going to see that kind of people over there. On the other hand, if you're a person who concentrates on loving, giving relationship which are empowering each other rather than trying to pull down each other, if you're looking at that kind of a relationship, you will find only those kind of people. So that is the truth of life, my dear friends, because it is we who make the difference. Everything that we experience is just a reflection of what we are. So please do keep in mind, and if you want anything, you start giving that. For instance, if you want to become rich, you start giving money to the poor people. If you want love, you start giving love to the people who really are aching for love. So I hope, dear friends, that you understand that we are the sole proprietors of our life. Okay, you remember the very first story, the hand story. So your life is in your hands. So once again we come to the same point in a different route, but so I hope you enjoy this. Please do like, please do share and subscribe, and do hit the notification button. And I'm really expecting for you to comment in this section. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.